Good. Awesome. So once again, welcome to this first live training day 1 for our live training. I believe most of you have already started or even completed your next gen cybersecurity course, which means that you're now on to the next phase of the live training. I'd like to continue wishing you all the best as you go through this bootcamp, which by the end of it all, you'll become Huawei HCIA-Security certified. So the essence of this live training is for you to get that feel, ask your questions, go through the HCIA-Security content, and be ready enough to tackle the HCIA-Security exam, which I can assure you is going to be very easy to attempt. If you're very interactive, you're here in full attention, don't just join in and leave your device there. Please be there interactively and also giving your full attention to this live training. As much as the recordings are going to be shared later, what I can assure you is that it is better to have these interaction in live, because most of the time we rarely rewatch the whole recordings. That I can assure you. But those who are still going to be watching this recording, please be sure that if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me, of which I'll also be sharing how you can be able to reach out in terms of any questions. I can see Maseno University represented here, and also Kabarak, Moi University, Kisii, Baraton, I saw Eldoret Polytechnic, Taita Taveta, Pwani. So we are from all over the country. And again, congratulations for being selected from the so many applications, and also for getting to this stage of the bootcamp. I can also see Daystar and Moi. Thank you, Diana, Davis, Mary, for that. So we'll be using the chat a lot for me to see where you are and whether whatever I'm saying, you'll be able to do it. So I'll first of all start by sharing my screen with a PowerPoint. Let me just ensure that the PowerPoint is up. Okay. Good. I can see it. I'll also try to pull up this from my end. Yes, I'll please put your questions there. All of the questions, I'll be able to answer them all as we move on. It may be difficult to pronounce your name, but yes, I've gotten that question. So, confirm that you can see this screen. Can you confirm that you can see the screen showing your training calendar? Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Clement. Thank you, KY, MC, Kiprotich, Leslie. Thank you. So let us all be participative as we move on with this. Thank you, Vincent. Okay, so as you can see, see if I can get a pointer here. So as you can see here in your, so here, this is the first week that we are in currently. This is the first week. You should have already gone through your next gen cybersecurity course. The essence of this course was to not only help you familiarize with the platform, the Huawei talent platform, but also to get you a feel of what cybersecurity is all about, so that in case of anything you'd want to go on with this, you can go on to the next level of live training, or if not, then you can be able to take it later. Let me do this a bit. Sorry about that. Yes, so let's go on with this. So as I was saying, just a bit. So as I was saying, is we are in the first week. You should have already done the next gen cybersecurity course, and then you should have received an email, which I saw a question from one of us who was asking, what is the difference between the two links that you received? I'll try to pull up an email and see whether that is the one that you're talking about and help you understand what the whole process is, and also going to be onboarded onto the class. So, so remember that we are supposed to register and enroll to our sessions, and then you should be able to be attending our trainings from 2:45 p.m. up until 6. I'll be trying to ensure that at least you finish a bit earlier. So please be joining in time. Please be joining as punctual as possible, because the moment it gets to 2:45, we start immediately. Then again, this live online training will also be done concurrently with your self-learning. That is why the onboarding process is very important for you. It's going to ensure that you're able to go on in these. In terms of WhatsApp, in terms of WhatsApp group, so Iman, kindly, let me see, I can just deal with some security issues here. Okay, let me cancel that and also cancel that. So cancel some things here. Okay, so people just decided to ensure that I just have to make things a bit more stringent in terms of our security. So good, I think that's better. So where are we? So let's get on to this again. Let me clear the annotations. Okay, good. So we are back. So what I was saying is, okay, Kiprocha, I'm saying is, seeing you're asking about a WhatsApp group. I think that is something we'll be able to follow it up. But remember that there might be some of you who are not available or don't have devices that can access WhatsApp. So most of the time you'll be getting your communications maybe via your email, or if you're getting an SMS from Huawei, they'd also be sending an SMS communication to you. So, but that is something that you can organize as a class. So let's get on again. So, so as I was saying, there's a self-paced learning, and this will be happening on your Huawei Talent portal. By now, you should be already familiar with it because you've been using the same platform to access your next gen cybersecurity course. Then again, remember that this training is going to be running from today up until Friday next week. And then on Saturday, you're supposed to do, by Saturday, you should have done your mock exam for the HCIA-Security. And again, okay, I can see, okay, it's also going on until this. Now for this, now is going to be doing our revision. For this week, you're going to be doing our revision in readiness for the certification exam, which is going to be taking, some of you are going to be scheduling it on Friday, the 30th, or on Saturday, the 1st, so of July. So this will also be an opportunity for you to prepare. So unless there's anything, first of all, let me see. Okay, I can see Vanessa is here. I don't know whether there's something that you'd like to mention before we go on with the onboarding process. From Huawei. Vanessa, anything you'd like to share? If not, maybe I can go on. So let's go on. So there's a question that was asked. Let me see whether I can pull that up. So let's see. So Amos is asking, on exams, will it be payable? So in essence, if you are not doing it within the bootcamp, you would actually have to pay for the certification. But Huawei has partnered with the Communications Authority to ensure that you are able to sail through this bootcamp at no cost. So what that means is Huawei will be providing the vouchers for you to be able to attempt the exam. So that details about that will happen depending on your participation, your attendance, and also the results of your mock exam, which you're supposed to do so that you're ready, and Huawei can confirm that you're ready to do the certification exam. So there is no payment whatsoever for your certification. So let's see. So let me share my screen again. You're welcome, Amos. So the mock exam is on the next Saturday after this one. I think I just shared that on the slide, on Saturday the 24th, Helen. So the details of how the exams are going to be done are going to still be communicated to those who are going to be eligible for that exam. So let's not really think about that right now first. All the logistics around that are still going to be communicated to those who are going to be eligible for those now for the certification exam. So let me share again my screen. So I think the person who asked about the email, can you confirm that this is the email that you received so that I can clarify something? I think it was somebody starting with MC. Was this the email that you received? Maybe anyone can confirm that this is the email that you received about the bootcamp live training. Anyone on the chat? Awesome. Yes. So I think just to clarify, this is the link that you're using for you to access this class. For example, the moment you clicked on this link and put your password, you are able to join where we are right now. So this should not be an issue because this is the link that you use to join the class. Then again, as much as there's an option for you to either join on the PC or on mobile, for these first sessions when you're registering, it would be much better and a better experience if you join on using your laptop or a PC, because you're able to see what is going on and without switching away, and can easily move from one screen to another as I tell you what to do. So these were the training calendar that was shared. So in case you don't have the video conferencing software that we're using, you can click on this link and download it. It is much easier when you use the application rather than using a browser to access the session. And then what else is here? So this is the link again that has been repeated. It is also up there. I've already mentioned this. Then there is this link for self-study. So you're supposed to do your self-study during the morning hours. And then by the time we come for the afternoon session, you're ready for the next session. So remember that these are the other notices, which I'm going to still talk about. And then you're going to do the onboarding. So I hope that makes it clear. that this is the link to join the class. This is the link to download the software for accessing the class, the application. And then this is the link for your self-study, which you can use. And I'm going to show you how to onboard you once you're here. Hope that is clear. If that is clear to everyone, maybe I can get a +1 on the chat, or just a 1. You can do a 1 on the chat so that I can confirm that that is very clear now for everyone. Awesome. I can see. Thank you, Helen, Daisy, Dennis. And Stephanie, Mary, Kelvin, Amos, Brian, Philemon, Simiu. Yes, please let's go on to confirm. Amos, please, these are interactive classes I mentioned, so please ensure that you're really participating. Vincent, Didymus. So we'll also be counter-checking between what is happening in the chat and the people who are joined, so that we know those who join us and leave their session. So thank you for that. Thank you for the interaction, Didymus, Fabian, Ellie, Caleb, Clement. Thank you. So I can stop the share again and go back to the slides that I was sharing. And then go back to this. Confirm that you can see the slide. Can do a 2, can do a 2 there or a +2, that you can see this slide, and then you can move on. That you're seeing an important notice. Good. So Huawei has already given you 4 important notices about this. You should be going through your self-paced learning every day over the morning hours. Then in the afternoon, you're doing the live sessions, which you are having right now. So the self-study is very important for you to interact with the content beforehand, so that it becomes much easier for you to understand what you're talking about. Or you can also be using that session to review what we've just learned in, for example, what we're going to learn today. You can use the morning hours session to review the content tomorrow in the morning, and as we move on, and so on and so forth, up until the last day of live training. Then what else? The self-study link is in your email, so you've gotten that. I'll try to see, let me see if I can click on this. So when you click on this link, there are different items. This is a certification page for HCIA-Security. It helps you understand the percentages, which I'm still going to show you in terms of what is required. So there are 11 knowledge content areas for you to understand it. And they have different weights as a percentage of the total of 100% that you need to understand for you to successfully tackle the HCIA-Security exam. So the exam outline, you get it in a PDF here. And it has a bit more details, although it's not as exhaustive, but it is important for you to look at it. Then there's another part called learning. So here, under learning, you can be able to download a training material and also a lab guide. And also there's a link to the mock exam, and also important notices about the version instruction. So for example, if I click on the version instruction, remember we are doing HCIA-Security version 4. So there was a version 3, but right now it was retired. Right now we are doing HCIA-Security version 4. So when you click on that, I think it might require you to log in. So let's see if I can log in. You can always change the language at the top. So let me just log in for you so that you can see the version instruction. So the version instruction really just helps you understand. It helps you understand the differences. So let's just download that. You can download them in a similar way. So it is downloading, so don't move from this or close this page when it is doing this, because at the end you now get the file itself. So I've gotten it. It's opening, and it's going to open on my side, on my other screen. But let's check. Let me check whether it has opened on this screen. Yes, it has opened on this screen. So let me just bring it onto that side. So the link is the same, Collins, or so we are using the same link. We're using the same link. So you better download the application from your link that you're given, so that it makes life easy, because to ensure that there's consistency, we cannot change the link midway. So you can see the version instruction just helps you understand what are some of the differences. You might find a lot of material under this version online. So it just helps you to understand the weight difference. For example, network security concepts has now changed to 10%. Network basics is now 10%. Common network security threats at 10%. This one was removed. Then there is firewall security, now changed to 10%. So it just helps you understand the different weightings and what was removed and what goes on in terms of even the labs. Remember, for those who are going to now get to the stage of on-site training, you're also going to be going through labs for you to get a hands-on experience of all these. So, so that is a version instruction. You also have another very important document I would like you to download is as I already mentioned, it is in the first page under the overview, is the exam outline. So this is the exam outline. Let me see if I can pull it from this side. I have it somewhere here. So let's just pull it to this side. So here it is. So you get to understand, so how is okay, I think this is another now. Let me just download it. I think, let's see, the link is here. Click on it again. So please, so somebody is asking, what's the difference between HCIA and CCNA? First of all, HCIA is focused on, although there are networking concepts that are similar across the board in terms of network security, but remember, right now we are not doing HCIA Datacom, which is kind of an equivalent to the CCNA from Cisco, but we're doing HCIA-Security. So this is a security-focused associate level certification. So, so it's important to note that we are not doing a network associate, which is usually called Datacom. We are doing HCIA-Security, which is a security-focused associate level certification. So as I mentioned, it's very important to download the exam outline so that you understand where to put more effort on. Remember, once you look at the exam, which I'm also still going to onboard you onto the platform so that you can access all these. Yes, so it is loading on my end. Let's see whether I've downloaded it and just finished. Yes, it has loaded. So here it is. So remember that the exam is going to be it's going to have it's going to be having true false questions. single answer questions from 4 options, and a multiple answer questions where you can choose either 2 or 3 answers from 4 options. And then you can also have fill in the blank answers, and also even drag and drop items. So that is very important for you to understand. And that is why you have to do the mock exam for you to get a feel of how this exam looks like. So the exam is available in English and Chinese. And as much as the exam is costing $200, if you're able to complete this live training, Huawei is, as we partnered with Communications Authority to ensure that all those who are going to be eligible to do the exam are going to be doing it at no cost through the vouchers that they're going to be providing. So as Huawei Kenya, that is, then the exam is going to be taking you 90 minutes, and your chances of passing is very high because the pass score is 600 out of 1,000. So all different questions are weighted differently. So it is very important for you not to just be at the bare minimum, do your best to go above and beyond. So through the content that you're going to be covering, you should be confident enough that you're going to become Huawei certified HCIA-Security. So here as the percentages, as I mentioned, you're going to be covering network security concepts and specifications, network basics, common network security threats and threat prevention. We're also going to look at several areas of firewall, and you can see firewall is covering over five key areas. There's the element of firewall security policy, firewall NAT technologies, firewall hot standby technologies, firewall user management technologies, firewall intrusion prevention technologies, and also some fundamentals of encryption, PKI, public key infrastructure, certificate system, and also encryption technology applications. So a bit of details about each of these topics is also detailed in the outline, but remember there is a disclaimer that this content is for general exam guide, and also the exam may be more specific and also may have more related content that is not mentioned. So please do make this document your good friend. It's going to help you understand the key areas that are covered within the exam. But then I'll still insist that also do this for knowledge and skills, because in the world, in the field, you should also be having this knowledge so that you can be a security analyst or a security architect, helping in network security as a network security engineer, whichever the role that you have, but the path in security that you want to take, it's very important for you to have the knowledge and skills. Again, under learning, there's the whole training material available as a PDF, but then again, you don't have to really bog yourself down around them. Then there's the mock exam link, which is also still going to be shared with you from time to time as you're getting ready. I think even before Saturday, the coming Saturday. Okay, any questions so far on what I've covered? Any question? Is there any query on what I've covered so far? If you want to unmute, you can raise your hand. I think ensure that you just don't unmute as you want because of making it a bit conducive of a learning environment. So if there's no question, I think we can move to the onboarding. So let me onboard you. So somebody is asking, Daisy is asking, will the mock exam determine who gets to do the certification exam? What I can assure you is that you should do your mock exam, and it isn't a one-time do or die fail exam. If by any chance you fail it, there's an opportunity for you to redo it again by reviewing what you missed and the areas of weakness that you need to work on, then you can redo the mock exam. But it is a requirement that you need to pass the mock exam for you to, before you do the certification exam itself. Yes, the exam doesn't have any practical, but you can be sure that a question can be asked that can help you understand, or would require you to understand what is required of that interface. For example, it can be a firewall, and you're told what are the commands that you need to run for you to be able to get to this configuration. So that is why I've said that your morning self-paced study is very important, so that you can ask your questions. To be clear, the live online training may or may not be having that detailed of a lab, because first of all, not everyone has a device that can support the ENSP or be able to do all the practicals parts of the lab of the training effectively. So to ensure that we put everyone in a common ground, we would actually advise that you really go through the content through your self-paced study and come and also ask your questions. For a physical, yes, that is there, but only for those who finish this stage of the training. For example, I think it's very clear in terms of what you need to do. The top, it is mentioned under your important notices, if I'm not wrong. It must be somewhere here. Okay, top students in Huawei certification exam will qualify for the next stage. So you need to be there. You need to have already done your certification exam to get to the on-site physical meetup. So there's no one who is paying for the exam for those who are here. But if you are going to be taking the certification outside of this bootcamp, you would be required to pay for the 200 USD. But currently, if you go through the whole live training and you do your mock exam and you pass, you will be considered to do the certification exam. And if you become part of the top students in that Huawei certification exam, you'll qualify for a 1-week practical on-site training session, which will also be communicated to you by Huawei. So I think that is clear. Hopefully that is clear. So I've already mentioned about the topics, so I'll not repeat that. Yes, so before we go to the session, let's do the onboarding. So I believe you all got a link. Did you get a link? First of all, let's do this. Let's do this. Let me share. Let me do a step by step. So I'd like you to log in. You must already be having an account. If you don't have an account, is there anyone here who doesn't have an Huawei account or hasn't done the next gen cybersecurity course? If you're here, maybe it would be great to know so that we see where you can start from. So, but if you already have an account, kindly click on that link. Login is going to take you to a screen that looks like this. It might not look immediately like mine. Mine might be having more features, but it should look like this somehow. So once you're able to do that and you're logged in, kindly come back and put a +1 so that I can know that we are moving together. So again, also as we do that, you can always ask questions. You can always be asking questions. Thank you, Mary, Philemon, Clement. Make sure you're already logged in. Make sure you're already logged in and you're in this space. So let's keep on waiting for each other. I'm looking at this. I can see how many of us have done it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get to, we are 52 in the call. So I'm expecting 51 people to have already done this. So Amos, kindly follow it up with Huawei. I think there's an email that you can reach out to, and you can be assisted in terms of the next gen. Let's keep on sharing. Once you are logged in and you're on this page on the user center, please do put your +1 there. So if you're already there, as others get on, kindly click on my classes. Let's see whether I can pull the let me pull the link. So you go to my classes. So once you're there, you should be able to use as an invitation link, an invitation code, which I'm going to share with you right now. So let's keep on putting our +1s. Once you're already logged in, I'm already checking on that. We're checking on the participation. So please make sure you do that. So that is the link. That is the code. So that code, you'll put it on this screen. You're going to put it on this last column. So there's a column for the organizer, a column for class status, a column for the class name. Then there's a column for the invitation code. So you'll put it there and click on join. Personally, I'll not be able to do that. I can't click on that. But once you click on join, someone can tell me. Again, let me repeat that code on the chat. And if you're doing this on your laptop and you have the ability to share your screen, kindly please tell us so that I can give you that opportunity and we see what happens when you click on join. So if you're there, you can raise your hand and I can give you the ability to share. So if you've already done the code and you clicked on join and you've been able to access the class, you can do a +2. Okay, a +3, I think. Why did you go back to +1? I think should have been now at around 6 there, but you can do a +2. Daisy, you're saying there's no difference on your end. What does that really mean? So Mary, how to log in? Okay, so on how to log in, I've clicked on I gave a link and just give you the link again. If you're not logged in, if you're already logged in, it is going to take you directly to your user center. But if you are not logged in, you're going to get a page that looks almost like this. Let me just show you. Let's see whether I can pull it up here. Should get a login page. I think should be looking like this, right? So if you don't have an account, you should create an account if I'm not wrong. But if you already have an account, you can create an account by clicking on register. So when you click on register, if you click on register, you should get some place where you can fill some details. So Mary, I don't know whether you have the ability to share your screen. If you can, I can give you that ability so that I can help you understand about the next step after that. Can I allow you to share so that you can see what you're seeing? So for those who are going to be registering, you choose Kenya. So who can share? Okay, if you can share, I'll need someone who can share so that you can see how the next steps happen. So if you really can share, please, if you're on your laptop device, it would be great for us to see. So you're going to put your phone number here, which you're going to get a verification code. You're going to enter it as well as the password you want, then you click on register. So that is how you create your Huawei account. So for those who want to register, let me just take you back to this place. For those who are registering for an account. Yes, Musungu, the screen share is disabled for security purposes. And if you really can share, you can tell me. You can tell me if you can share. Yeah, I understand, Cornelius, you can get that message. So let's look at this. Let me see something here. Okay. Let's take on this. So once you're under my classes, so you're joining through an invitation code. What has happened to that page? Let's see. Okay, let's maximize it. So is it showing, Collins, is it showing Laikipia? Okay, Leslie is saying that you want to share. Okay, let me give you that ability. Leslie, you can share. Let me stop my share a bit. Kindly, Leslie, please do share. Okay, good. Let me see. Awesome. Okay. So is the class code, is it able? So I think that is HCIA Academy. So this is the, after you put the code, this is the course you're getting, right? You don't need to put the university name. You don't need to put the university name. So Leslie, maybe you can confirm. Let me just open the chat. Maybe if you can unmute, it would be better so that I can hear you and hear what you're saying. Let's see if I can give you that ability. Okay. Leslie, you can unmute and say. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Leslie. Yes, I can now hear you. Please go on.
Okay. Okay. After using the invitation code you just sent, I got the screen that I've just shared. Is it okay?
Click on registration. So what has happened is we have a group of instructors, and Huawei has created the courses in different kind of academies that they can be able to monitor. so that they can see how are the people, are people running the courses. So if let me just confirm something first. So I think under registration, you're going to put your major, your class, your student ID. But let me just first of all confirm something. Let's see. Before you finish your registration, let me just confirm something. There has also been established that the most state corporations huge proportion of the staff complement comprises of support staff, being complement of technical staff. This greatly affects the core service delivery. To address this challenge, the state corporations advisory committee will immediately embark on an aggressive program to rationalize the establishment to keep them being adhere to 70-30 ratio technical staff to support staff. In addition, the national treasury shall henceforth only approve budgets for hiring staff. Only state corporations have received approval from the state corporations advisory committee. The Public Service Commission, PSC, and salary and remuneration together jointly. This requirement is in addition to information for requisite funding. Mr. Speaker, to support the restructuring of the state corporation, the Cabinet approved the legislation bill 2020. So can you hear me, first of all? Can confirm that you can hear me. Leslie, okay, did you mute yourself? I don't know whether you can unmute. If you can't, let me see if I can do that. Okay, let's see. Let me get that participant list up. Okay, so what I've been, the communication that I've gotten is we are registering under Laikipia because the class is in the Eldoret region. So that is the reason. And maybe Isaac, now you can go on. Under major, which course are you doing?
Here or at school?
At school, like what, for example, are you doing computer science? Are you doing IT?
IT.
Okay, so if you're doing IT, you can write there IT. Class, you can put maybe bachelor's or diploma or whatever it is. Then student ID. You can put your registration number. Okay, I'll sort out people. I'll check your chat. So if you're facing any kind of challenge, please put it in the chat and I'll try to see how I can help you. So let me finish with Isaac so that you can understand the whole process. Then you click on OK. Yes, you agree and you click on OK.
Yes,
so you need to put
email
up
is
your
required,
email.
but it's not editable.
Okay, so what you can do, you can close that section. And then you go to your profile. You can click on that partition IDAS underscore at the top, the black bar at the top for IDAS. At the top of your screen, you should see somewhere it, yeah. Then choose my information. Their representation reflecting the company's shareholders. With regard to Kenya Airways, government policies current the airline and position it as an African carrier that will ensure it is run in profitability and sustainability objectives. So let it load. So let me see whether somebody is asking about the enrollment year. The enrollment year should be the year that you joined your campus. For example, if you joined this year or you joined last year, you put 2022. If you joined in 2019, you can put 2019. Mary. What else? My screen remains. I can see. Oh, Daryl, you're asking, what do I write in enter your class name? As I mentioned, you are going to only enter your code under, let me see this. I hope you, under invitation code. So I know you are seeing somewhere written organizer, class status, and class name. Kindly ignore all that and put the code under the last text box. So I'll repeat the code. Let's see if I can get the code up again. So there's the code. So I think the screen is loading for Isaac, unless maybe there's a network issue on his end. But,
yeah, my network is low.
Oh yeah, sure. So maybe that could be the very issue why, but it's going to still finish loading. And yes, so as that loads, you'll tell me once it loads. Let me share my screen.
Okay, I stop sharing.
Yes, you can stop sharing. Then you can share my screen, but I still be able to stop yours. So somebody was asking about what do I put? It was Daryl about the class name. So please do note, you can see it here. You don't have to put anything on this row or on this text box or on this text box. You put it under join. So, and as I've mentioned, you're going to see Laikipia University, you're going to see instructor Alex Kibet. Alex Kibet is part of the team, but he's instructing another group, and still we are doing it as a team. So no worries about that. So this is where you do it for your self-paced learning. You're going to access it through this platform. So yes, if you say Laikipia University, no need to worry, but you remember that the platform requires you to be associated with a certain Huawei ICT Academy for you to access the courses of that ICT Academy. So you need to know how to dissociate, or maybe to associate, as your associate is going to dissociate with another ICT Academy if it had already been associated. So how do you associate? How do you disassociate? There's somebody who says they are going to they're having an error that says that that they can't enroll, or maybe they says, for example, let me just show you that error. Let's see whether I can do this. Let's see. So let's say you have put the code and you clicked on join. Kindly confirm that you can see the screen. So let's see whether I can refresh. Is it clear? You can do a yes, you can see. Good, awesome. So I'm already logged out. So let me just log in again. So the onboarding is very important. That is why we need to take a bit of time here. So please do make sure, and even if you don't get it that immediately, be sure that I'm here to help you on board. So don't feel like you are left behind. I'm going to help each and every one of you being able to join the class. So where are we? So you're supposed to enter the code here. Don't forget, I'm under my classes. So you have organizer, which you ignore, class status, you ignore that. This part you also ignore. Then you choose this last text box and put that code. Again, I'll repeat the code in the chat. Somebody's, Amos, please don't direct message me. please, so that I avoid sending things to you instead of everyone. You can change your settings to everyone also, so that we are in the same page. And then, yes, so if I click on join, and I can, I should get an error, but I don't know why my error is not coming up, but I believe you're getting an error that you can't join. So you should click on your, under this part at the top, I hope you can see it, then you choose my information at here, just close that. Here, then under my information, so for those who are having an error, so if you've been able to join, please put a +5 if you've been able to join the class. But if you're doing this, you can go on with me. So you can see, you can choose, personally, I can't do much here, but I can just check my permissions or something. But you can change your information here. So if you've been able to join the class, please put a +5. If you're not, you should be able to see under your role information, you should be able to see associate, if I'm not wrong. Leslie, did yours load finally? Let's see. Did yours load? Again, anyone is free to unmute and ask a question. But Leslie, if you can unmute, you can tell me what whether you've been able to load my information screen.
No, not yet.
You think you should refresh because it shouldn't take that long. Who else is having an issue with joining? So yours is showing, mine is still pending. Daisy, pending in terms of I think it should be automatic if I'm not wrong. Yes, Cornelius, if you get that message, as I've mentioned, please go to my information under your profile name. You might see IDAAS _ and then choose my information here.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, yes.
It has loaded.
Okay, let me stop my share, then you can share. Please do share your screen. Good. So click on associate student. And then scroll down. Click on let me see, just scroll down. Okay, just scroll up again. Wanted to see all the information that you need to put in. So you can put under the region, you choose Kenya, country or region, choose Kenya. Under my academy, click on that plus sign. Search like if you are there. Good. Select it, then save. Just yeah, click on that and then save. And then major, you can now put the IT that you're putting. Student ID, you can put that. The class, you can put that. Class should be the bachelor's something. Okay, click on the academic or something. I think that was a typo. Click on that. Bachelor's. The student ID is not constant. You have your own registration number. You can put it there, your student ID. It would be great if you put that. And then I think there's no need of putting notes or anything. So you can scroll down, tick on that you are being read, and then you can click on save. Which is there. Let's scroll up and see what is the required information that you are missing. Scroll up. You didn't put your name and your email. So your first name and your email, and I think that those are the two required items. I'm seeing Verta. I hope you are really following what we are doing with Leslie, and you have mentioned. Ian, I think I'll do a recap of what we've covered so far at the end of the session. Okay. Provide user-friendly online platforms to allow the patient to access their patient statement, make inquiry. Okay, let's check. Let me follow up on something here. We implement public service schemes. So yours is pending. Let's see. For those who are many are pending. In the past 2 years, the insurance sector has grown by 2.6 billion from a premium of 278 billion. The industry has also attracted investment from key multinational players. In order to further enhance the sector, the insurance regulatory authority has called out micro insurance premiums that will contribute to increase the patient coverage for the individuals with low income. The authority will strengthen private insurance as well in the universal healthcare coverage to move from the risk of insurance as well as support insurance for any condition. As a speaker, they are not deterrent. They are not deterrent measures under the insurance to motivate accountability and observance of directors, senior managers, to address this shortcoming, have submitted to this now the Insurance Amendment Bill 2023 to provide for penalties relating to money insurance. In addition, the bill will contain aims at enhancing the efficiency of the insurance regulatory authority in regulating the insurance industry. We come to psycho-society's reforms, Mr. Speaker. The psycho industry is characterized by many small and medium-sized companies. They find it difficult to help people compete in the deposit-taking credit cards. To address these challenges, the psycho-society and regulatory authority is working on amendment to Psycho-Society Act 2008 that will provide licenses So I've been told for anyone who is having a pending, that is being done. There's an approval being done on the Huawei side. So please be patient as you get that. Yes. Somebody is asking whether the application has a deadline. Obviously, you can't access any self-paced learning if you haven't registered. So, and your self-paced learning should start tomorrow morning. So by default, what that really means is we should actually have you accessing the platform today. So it's not really an application, it is really an access to the content, to the course content on the platform. So Rubabura, you're saying that you've done the registration, you have a pending application, no worries. I've already mentioned that that is being handled. Anyone else? Oh, somebody is asking about, I already mentioned this, Clement. I said you're being registered under Laikipia University because this group is being ran from the Eldoret region. So one of the, I can say the lead Huawei ICT academies within the Rift Valley region is the Laikipia University Huawei ICT Academy. So so that is how the bootcamp is being organized from the Huawei side. So different codes are being provided, and ideally that is how it is for the ease of Huawei. But the content is the same, whether which academy you're in, and you're free to associate and disassociate with any academy as per. But as at now, for this bootcamp, you need to associate with Laikipia University. I hope that makes sense. So is it a must to do a registration? I don't have access to my PC. It is, and actually that is why I'm spending a lot of time on this. It's very important for you to do the registration now, and it is possible for you to do it even on your phone. So please do it, because it is not something that I'm going to do. I'm going to repeat. The moment we start classes, I'm not going to go back to onboarding and onboarding. I'm not going to be on a cycle of onboarding people. I'll only maybe refer you to this recording so that you see how the whole process went down. So somebody is asking about student ID. Student ID is your registration number. You can put your university registration number, and that is going to work for you. It's going to help somebody understand. Helen, you want to say something? And there's somebody who was unmuted and there's a bit of background noise. So Helen, maybe you can unmute.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Ellen. Please go on.
Yeah, I'm having a problem. I was requesting whether I can also share my screen for assistance.
Oh yeah, please do. Please do share your screen. Leslie, I think you're done. Are you on a pending?
No, I got a confirmation that operational successful.
Okay, if you got that, please let's finish with you so that we have done. Go back to user center. Are you seeing somewhere written home, user center, my information? Click on user center. And then hopefully it's not going to load forever.
I think so.
Okay, go to my classes. And then you put the code, grab the code and put it there. And then click on join. Is it showing something?
No.
It is not reacting. Let's see. Let me also check on my end. As you also try to set that out, maybe you can stop your share, then you can see what Helen has.
Okay.
As you try to see what is happening on that side. Helen, you can go on and share your screen. In order to achieve this, the government is taking a combination of both. Mr. Speaker, regarding the implement national policy and finalize the income revenue. I think you can't join because you had already joined, or what was that link on the other side that you can try to see? National tax policy, which is before this house, will enhance the administrative efficiency of the tax system, provide consistency and sustainability in tax registration and management of tax. Helen, are you sharing your screen? I'm not seeing anything.
I'm on it.
Okay.
On a draft administration, Mr. Speaker, the Kenya Revenue Authority is implementing reforms to move toward seamless taxation by ensuring that systems businesses are
Can you see?
Okay, yes, it has loaded finally.
Yes.
Where are you? I'm not. You can click on the icon that has numbers. I'm seeing 729581970.
Yeah.
Yeah, go to user center.
On the expenditure reforms, Mr. Speaker, the government will sustain efforts to improve efficiency in public spending and ensure
Okay, first of all, you can click on the same icon and go to my information, and let's see whether you are already associated.
Using carrying out use of public-private partnership, financing for commercially viable projects, and rolling out end-to-end procurement systems.
Okay, then click on associate student. Then you can fill in those details. I think, yeah, you can fill the details that are left. Scroll down. And then you can choose, you can put the same details as how Leslie was putting that. And then you can, as you move on. Anyone else? Let me check the chat also as Helen does that. So Brian, I think you're already approved. Brian, have you accessed the course? Can you see it under your classes? Have you been able to use the code and access the class? If you can, I think that would be great.
Projections, Mr. Speaker. Total expenditure projections in financial year 2023-2024 budget is projected at 3.7 trillion, equivalent to 22.6% of GDP. Of these, current expenditure will amount to Kenya shillings 2.53 trillion, equivalent to 15.6% of GDP. Development expenditure, including allocations to domestic and foreign finance projects, contingency fund, utilization fund, additional capital transfers to county government, Kenya shillings 703 billion, equivalent to 4.7% of GDP. Equitable share to county government is projected at 385.4 billion. Mr. Speaker, I now turn to fiscal balance. Mr. Speaker, given the projected revenue and grants against projected expenditure, projected to decline from Kenya shillings 700 billion, equal to 4.4% of GDP, from a projected Kenya shillings 840.9 billion, equivalent to 5.8% of GDP in financial year 2022-2023. The fiscal deficit will be financed through net external financing of Kenya shillings of 1.5 billion, equivalent to 0.8% of GDP, and net domestic financing of 586.5 billion, that is equivalent to 3.6%.
Excuse me, sir.
Mr. Speaker,
The academy name, what am I supposed to put?
progressively reduce the level of fiscal debt from the expected 5.8% of
Laikipia, you'll put Laikipia. You'll put Laikipia.
Okay, thank you.
Of GDP in the financial year 2026 to 2027.
Those saying they were not approved, they have not yet been approved, kindly don't write the full thing, just write like CPIA and leave it at that, then click on search. And then those saying they are not approved yet, Huawei is doing that on the back end, so no worries. Just be patient, it can't happen automatically. Someone is doing it.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Leslie.
Okay, mine is still pending. So if approved, will I receive a notification?
You'll get an email notification. You'll get an email notification.
Okay.
Yes, you should get. Even if you get a pending right now, no worries. I believe you already know now how, after you're approved, how you access the class, right? How you go to the class.
Yes.
So,
right.
Yeah, okay, let's do this.
Is expected to improve further the country's debt accountability ratio.
Yes, so it's fine, and then you click on OK. So,
Is it all right now? I quit sharing.
yes, yes, somebody else can share the screen now.
Okay, thank you.
Ian, you can share your screen.
Hello.
Yes, please go on.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
So first of all, I need to confirm that you have been associated with Laikipia University Huawei ICT Academy. So you click on, have you done that?
Not yet.
Click on your icon, Ian, I'm seeing Ian there. Then go to, where are you going? Hide that, I'm seeing something that I'm not seeing, okay. You go to you can drag it somewhere, you can click on the black bar, go to somewhere written my information.
That's right. You're having your plans, and because see where it starts.
Click on associate student, then you'll do that process. Maybe after that you'll finish, you can stop share your screen because that has already been done by others. You can do that whole process as we see somebody else. Is there anyone else who is also having an issue with their screen share? But you can be filling at the end, choose the country, fill all those details.
If there are any compliance issues.
So that is that.